came out today for PSVR, probably about an hour and a half ago, maybe 2 hours at this point. So I've got a chance to spend about an hour with it so far, and it's pretty fun. So I'll walk you through it here real quick. It's start on the first stage. It's kind of an on-rails shooter, sort of like in the vein of Rush of Blood or something, but much different, obviously. Everything looks great. It's really polished. The graphics are really well done here.
Hey.
So what you're doing is you go along this track, and you're going to have enemies who are either fireballs or ice guys, and you basically have two different types of attacks, and you want to match up which type of attack you're using to the enemy you're shooting at. So if you've ever played Ikaruga, which is like a classic kind of shoot 'em up game, it's been around forever, that's kind of the same core concept, but it's really well done here, and it's got its own style. Oh shit, nope, don't want to do that. So you do not want to shoot fire at the fire guys, or ice at the ice guys, because that will fuck you up. So one thing I will say is you can play this game either with move controllers, which is the way I originally played it for about half an hour, or you can play it with just a DualShock. And I'm kind of finding that I like the DualShock better because I can use head tracking for aiming, which always feels more precise to me in VR. And the other thing is, like, when you've got two separate move controllers with two separate aimers, and you're trying to keep track of all these different colored guys coming at you, it gets to be a little much to juggle all at once, I feel like. Having two independently aimed guns. So, overall you probably have more control once you get good at doing it that way. But I kind of like doing it like this to start out with. It kind of feels like Rez or something as well. But you can see the environments are just gorgeous, and the enemies are pretty samey. It's always a red guy or a blue guy, but it's pretty fun. For $10, I'm definitely feeling like I got some enjoyment out of it. There's about 4 of these stages, and there's no real variation. I think the guys seem to come in the same way each time, and they're not super long. So I'd say there's probably about like 30 minutes of that kind of gameplay. And then there's an arcade mode, which is sort of like a wave-based shooter where you stay in one spot. Ah, shit. And that one is pretty fun. It's got its own mechanics. There's like a bomb and a freeze attack and stuff. So that's pretty fun. I think I'm supposed to shoot this whale fella. And at the end, oh shit, you have a shield as well. I should have said that. So if you mess up, I'll show you here. If you shoot the wrong thing, it'll send something back at you, and you gotta block it with your shield. If it hits you successfully, it fucks with your score. So like, if you hit a fire guy, it'll burn your score away. Ah, shit.
This looks like it's a good deal for $9.99.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I would say this is a good deal. So each stage is about that long. You can see there haven't been many people to play it yet. This is the global leaderboard, and I recognize this guy here, Brian. He's another VR reviewer. Without Parole Games. You should check them out if you haven't before. Alright, so let me go back here. Alright, so that was underwater. I think I'll run you through maybe one more of the on-rail stages, and then we can hop into the arcade and check that out. One thing, this showdown mode, it's a boss who's like this octopus guy, and it's really boring. I gotta say, the one thing in this game that just kind of falls flat is the showdown mode. I didn't really get any enjoyment out of it. It's tedious. It's just this octopus guy, and guess what? Part of his legs are red and part of his legs are blue, and then he'll open them up. And that's pretty much it. It's like a slog. So I would say kind of ignore this mode. It's not too much fun. But let's check out the Inferno.
With PS4 Pro support?
I don't know if it has PS4 Pro support. Oh, there's a Zen mode. I didn't notice that before. Hey, that's cool. Sweet. Alright, so we'll hop in on normal again. But even on regular PS4, it looks great. I mean, on PS4 Pro, I'm sure it would look even better, of course, because this is a kind of a big-name developer, Ninja Theory. They developed the most recent Devil May Cry games, so it's not just some little indie studio here. They bring a lot of polish to it. It feels almost like, shit, keep hitting the wrong guy. Talking too much. Damn it. Ah, son of a bitch. It happened again. Ugh. Okay.
Yeah, the environment's look great.
Ah, damn. So it's getting a little tougher here. Throwing more guys at me. And it really does get pretty hectic pretty quick when you're trying to juggle, you know, okay, which guys do I shoot with the ice and which guys do I shoot with fire? Especially when you've got the move controllers and you're not even really sure, like, I don't know, it's hard to keep track of aiming two things independently. And they don't really feel like guns exactly because you lock on and then release. So it's, I don't know. Both modes are fun, and like I said, I feel like you could probably get really good with the move controllers because you could be, you know, pointing at guys on either side of the screen at the same time. But playing with head tracking is always my favorite way to do a game like this in VR. Oh shit. No, that's not what I wanted. Sometimes it lets me keep... Oh, god damn it. Okay, this is going really poorly. Talking too much. That's my problem. But eventually you kind of get the rhythm down of when to go red and when to go blue. And really, it's not hard per se. Like, I'm not dying here. I think it's really just a matter of if you do poorly, your score is affected. So for people who don't really, you know, need a super duper challenging experience and they're not trying to get, you know, like hardcore, they just want to sit down and play an enjoyable little arcade game, I would say this is probably good for those people. Oh, god damn it. No. Oof. So I don't know if I've mentioned here, but my right trigger is the ice and left trigger is fire, and you can just kind of hold them down, and then you target, sort of like Rez, with your head. Bitch.
Just glad more PSVR games are coming out.
Yeah, no, I was really excited to see this one was coming out today. I wasn't really aware. I guess they did post about it on the blog, the PlayStation blog last week. But I just kind of forgotten about it. So I actually saw first a review from Brian, who I guess got a promo copy, early copy, and stayed up all night playing it to get a review out. So I figured I'll try and grab it as soon as it comes out. So I'm on my lunch break at work right now, and I figured I'd squeeze in a little review. Alright, so I think you guys got the feel for those kind of on-rails stages. You see there's Forest, Underwater, Inferno, and Winterland. Those are all pretty fun. And here's the arcade mode. So I honestly thought this was going to be a little underwhelming, having just played the Showdown stage, but I think this might be like the main mode they intend for you to play, honestly. It's pretty well done. It's pretty fun. You can see where guys are going to come in from, and they come in waves. And at first it's just sort of like a pattern recognition thing. At some points it almost feels like a rhythm game, because you got, you know, certain patterns like left, right, and they come at a sort of consistent pace. This guy's got a bomb in his head, so I gotta freeze him first and then blow him up. Perfect. But yeah, for $10, I think this is absolutely a good get. It seems like almost, in a way, it kind of feels like...
Where do I sign up?
Well, I work from home, typically, so yeah, it works out for stuff like this, because I can just grab a game when it comes out, do it on my lunch break, And it's as easy as that. Oh shit. Okay, so I also have a bomb that will destroy everything. And I think that's the meter on the top left there that refills. So it's already getting a little tricky here. I'm getting blue guys kind of in the way as I'm trying to shoot these red guys. You gotta be really precise. Ah, they got away. That was just a bonus stage anyways. So I'm not sure how many stages there are. It may just be sort of an endless survival mode. I think I've only made it to about stage 4 or 5.
To this game often?
Yeah, I think I could. I'd like to get better at it. It is pretty fun, but I do wish there was more variation, honestly. You know, it might be hard to come back as often as I'd like to because, you know, the on-rail stages are beautiful. They look really good, but it is kind of the same thing, and it's pretty short. And once you've played them, you know, each... I can't see going back to them a million times. I wish there was kind of a longer sort of campaign, non-arcade mode. But honestly, for $10, it is really well done. It's hard to say that it's not worth experiencing and checking out. You know, it's been a while since we got some new games. And this is really polished, even though there's not a whole lot of content there. And the core gameplay is pretty fun. So I would recommend it. I don't know the longevity overall, but it's definitely something you could pop people into if you got friends over. And really easy to pick up, but difficult to master. And I just love the look of it, really. It's
the games that have me coming back to them often are the best.
Shit. Ah, they won't let me cancel my shot? Ah, damn. In the normal mode, if you lock onto a guy you don't want to. Oh, game over already? Ah, I thought I was doing alright. Well, I am third in the world, so I guess that is alright. But maybe you guys should buy this and knock me down on the leaderboard a little bit. So I think that pretty much covers it. I'm going to keep it pretty short because I actually got to eat lunch here and get back to work. But thanks for watching. Overall, definitely worth your $10. It's a really, really well done little idea. It does kind of feel like a tech demo sometimes, but the content that's here is beautiful. You know, this underwater stage, the forest one I didn't show you, but that one's great too. You know, I really like what they've done here, so I hope they keep adding to something like this. I mean, I'd love some expanded content or, you know, a full-on kind of campaign experience, but I'm not sure what the support is going to be like. Anyways, I'm rambling. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys later.